What's the secret behind the enduring wisdom and strength of Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor? That's the question we're here to explore. This Roman emperor, who ruled from 161 to 180 AD, wasn't just a political figure. He was a significant contributor to the ancient philosophy of Stoicism, a philosophy that values wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance above all else. Aurelius's influence on Stoicism was profound, his writings and teachings continuing to inspire millions around the globe, even today. Now, what if I told you that the roots of his wisdom and strength were embedded in 7 simple habits? Habits that shaped not only his life and reign, but also the philosophy he passionately advocated for. Intriguing, isn't it? Hold on to that curiosity as we delve into the 7 habits that made Marcus Aurelius an epitome of Stoic philosophy. First on our list is the practice of objectivity. Objectivity, in essence, is the pursuit of truth, uncolored by personal bias or prejudice. It's about seeing things as they are, not as we want them to be. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic philosopher, was a master of this practice. He believed that the mind should be immune to whim and mood, always striving for unbiased judgment. In his Meditations, Aurelius wrote, "Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth." This underscores his commitment to objectivity. He understood that our perceptions are often clouded by our desires and fears. By practicing objectivity, Aurelius distanced himself from emotional turbulence and found tranquility in truth. This habit is a cornerstone of Stoicism, a philosophy that advocates for clear, rational thought and acceptance of the world as it is. Aurelius saw the world as it is, not as he wished it to be, making objectivity a key part of his Stoic journey. Secondly, Aurelius taught us to embrace change, not resist it. A cornerstone of Stoicism, this philosophy radiates through his writings in Meditations. Marcus Aurelius viewed change not as a threat, but as a natural and necessary part of the universe's rhythm. He believed that everything is in a state of flux, constantly evolving and transforming. According to Aurelius, to resist change is to resist the very laws of nature. He advised us to flow with life's currents rather than swimming against them. By embracing change, we can navigate life's unpredictable tides with grace and resilience, rather than being swept away by them. Aurelius's wisdom reminds us that change is not an enemy to be feared, but a companion to be welcomed. It is an opportunity for growth, for learning, and for transformation. As Aurelius himself wrote, "The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it." Change is an inevitable part of life, and Aurelius teaches us to accept it with grace and resilience. Habit number 3 is the practice of discipline. Marcus Aurelius was a shining beacon of this virtue, a trait that was woven into the fabric of his life and Stoicism itself. The Roman emperor saw discipline as the tool that shapes our inner world, a catalyst that helps us cultivate self-control and restraint. Imagine a ship in the midst of a tempest. The storm represents the world and its chaos, while the ship symbolizes our minds. Discipline, according to Aurelius, is the anchor that keeps the ship steady amidst the storm. It is what allows us to maintain our course, even when the world around us is in disarray. Aurelius's thoughts on self-control and restraint were not just about curbing our desires or controlling our anger. They were about realizing the power we hold over our minds and the strength we can find within ourselves. He believed that by mastering our minds, we can navigate life's stormy seas with grace and integrity. In the words of Aurelius, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Fourthly, Aurelius valued wisdom above all else. This wasn't a casual appreciation, but a deep reverence for the pursuit of knowledge and understanding. His writings in Meditations are a testament to this, filled with profound insights and philosophical musings. But it wasn't just about acquiring knowledge for him, it was about applying it, about using wisdom as a tool to navigate the complexities of life. In his Stoic philosophy, wisdom was not a destination but a journey, a continuous process of learning, unlearning, and relearning. He believed that wisdom came not only from books and scholars but also from observing life, understanding human nature, and reflecting on one's own experiences. Aurelius saw wisdom as a compass, guiding him through the uncertainties of his reign as an emperor. He leaned on wisdom to make decisions, to understand his people, and to lead with integrity and compassion. To Aurelius, wisdom was the greatest virtue, a guiding light in a world of uncertainty. The fifth habit of Aurelius was living in accordance with nature. This principle is at the heart of Stoicism. But what does it mean? To the Stoics, nature was not just the trees and the sky, but the fundamental order of the universe. Living according to nature meant acknowledging this order and aligning oneself with it. Aurelius saw the world as an interconnected system, a network of causes and effects. He believed in accepting the natural course of things, rather than resisting or trying to control them. This didn't mean he was passive, but rather he understood and respected the limits of his control. He practiced this habit by accepting the inevitable, whether it was a change in circumstances, the loss of a loved one, or his own mortality. He saw these not as obstacles, but as part of the natural order of life. Aurelius taught us to live harmoniously with the world around us, accepting what we cannot control. The sixth habit of Aurelius was the practice of mindfulness. In his Meditations, Aurelius frequently emphasized the importance of staying present and focused, of being mindful. He wrote, "Confine yourself to the present." What did he mean by this? Aurelius believed that by focusing on the present moment, we can eliminate needless worries about the future or regrets about the past. He saw mindfulness as a tool, a lens through which we can view our thoughts and actions objectively, and thereby cultivate a deeper understanding of ourselves and our place in the world. This practice allowed him to act with intention, to make decisions that were aligned with his principles, and to respond rather than react to the world around him. Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." Through mindfulness, Aurelius found peace amidst chaos, a lesson for all of us in today's fast-paced world. The final habit of Aurelius was accepting death as a part of life. To many, death is a frightening concept, an end to be feared. Yet, Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, saw it differently. He saw death as a natural part of existence, a phase of the cycle of life, just as birth is. Aurelius's view on mortality was shaped by his Stoic beliefs. He believed that we should not fear death, but rather understand and accept it. He wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." This is a profound reminder that life is fleeting and that we should live each moment fully, without fear of death. This acceptance of mortality, this understanding that death is a part of life, was a significant part of Aurelius's Stoic philosophy. It allowed him to live with courage, wisdom, and integrity. Aurelius saw death not as an end, but as a natural part of life's cycle. So, these were the 7 habits that made Marcus Aurelius a great Stoic philosopher. Let's take a moment to reflect on them. First, he practiced objectivity, looking at life without the tinted glasses of subjective biases. This allowed him to make clear decisions based on facts rather than emotions. Next, he embraced change, understanding that it is the only constant in life. By doing so, he was able to adapt to new situations and thrive in them. Then, we have discipline. Marcus Aurelius was a firm believer in the power of discipline, which allowed him to control his actions and reactions. He also valued wisdom, seeking knowledge and understanding above all else. This habit kept his mind sharp and open to new ideas. Living in accordance with nature was another habit that defined Aurelius. He believed in living a life that was in harmony with the natural world, aligning his actions with the rhythm of the universe. Mindfulness, the sixth habit, was a cornerstone of Aurelius's philosophy. By being present in the moment, he was able to appreciate life's beauty and manage its challenges. Finally, he accepted death as a part of life. This acceptance allowed him to live fully, without the fear of the inevitable end. These habits, practiced by Marcus Aurelius 2,000 years ago, are still relevant today. They can guide us to lead a better life, filled with purpose and meaning. They encourage us to be objective, adaptive, disciplined, wise, natural, mindful, and fearless. No matter our circumstances, we can apply these habits to our daily lives, just as Aurelius did during his reign as a Roman emperor. They remind us that our response to life's ups and downs is within our control. That, in essence, is the power of Stoicism. Aurelius's wisdom transcends time, reminding us that the path to a good life lies in our habits and attitudes. Embrace the Stoic wisdom, and the world is yours to conquer.